Hello, and you're very welcome to this week's Horse Racing Ireland 5 to Follow. Well, racing action this weekend is at Fairyhouse on Saturday, and then on Sunday we have Punchestown with a Grand National Trial Chase and of course the Tide Cottage. Now, last week, Shane, we had a winner and a couple of places, so not the worst.
Not the worst, Miriam. Some great racing last week, 2 meetings at Leopardstown. Unfortunately, we only had the one winner, but we'll keep going and we'll try and improve on that today.
Onwards and upwards. Yeah, so I'm going to kick off things with selection 1 at Fairyhouse tomorrow. It's in the Bobby Joe Bistro Packages 2014 Maiden Hurdle. And my choice here is the Tom Foley trained Dante's Firth. She's been really consistent since she took on hurdles. She won a bumper in 2012, has had, I think it's 3 runs over hurdles since, second twice, and in her last run she was actually 4th in the Grade 3 Solarina Mares Novice Hurdle. So tomorrow's going to be a bit of a drop in class for her. I think it'll suit her. She loves the soft ground, the softer the better. I think she's in with a great chance. Now, just to point out, she is declared on Sunday in Punchestown too. I suppose maybe if the weather gets that bit worse, she could go there. She has that option, but Roger Loughran rides her, and I think she's in with a great chance.
Very good, very good. Well, while she'll like the ground, my first selection, I'm a little bit worried about how he'll cope with it. It's Hold'em Cowboy, and he runs in the 340 at Fairyhouse tomorrow. The Follow Fairyhouse on Facebook handicap chase. Now, Gordon Elliott trains this fella, ridden by Ruby Walsh tomorrow. Ruby rides him again. Unfortunately, Ruby and Hold'em Cowboy were fallers at the second last fence when they teamed up together in Downpatrick in December. But the horse has been in great form since. Was a very good winner last time for Paul Carberry, and on the back of that, I'm going to go for Hold'em Cowboy. He's very closely matched on form with a horse of Shark Hanlon's called Refuse the Name, who's in great form, bidding for a hat-trick here. But as I say, if he copes with the ground, if he goes on the very heavy ground that we're going to have, unfortunately, tomorrow, I think he should come out on top. So moving to Punchestown on Sunday, our second selection this weekend is in a... We'll move away from the handicaps just for 1 minute. I'm going to go for Wicklow Brave, another Ruby, another mount of Ruby Walsh, is trained by Willie Mullins, of course, and this one goes in the listed INH Stallion Owners EBF Novice Hurdle. He's on quite a winning streak. He's gone for 5 in a row. He's had bumper wins in Galway, Listowel, Tipperary, and was very impressive on his hurdling debut, albeit when he was a short price favourite at Cork last time. I know he's held in very high regard. Patrick Mullins loved him as a bumper horse, and he should be winning this. Now, hopefully he won't be too short a price. There is a bit of opposition. Winner at Fairyhouse on New Year's Day was Lieutenant Colonel, trained by Desi Hughes, ridden by Brian Cooper. He looks the biggest threat, but as I say, hopefully we'll get a bit of a price, and Wicklow Brave will be our second winner of, our third winner of the weekend.
Great.
So sticking with Punchestown on Sunday, and back to the handicaps, the Pertemps handicap hurdle over 3 miles. This is going to take a lot of getting with all the rain that's falling around at the moment. I'm going to take a chance on a horse who'll be well known to everyone as a very classy performer on the flat, and he's going to come good over hurdles someday. It's Inishman, trained by Dennis Hogan, and will be ridden by Danny Mullins, of course, on Sunday. Probably not the best jumper of hurdles that we've seen, but he's a lot in his favour this weekend. He only has 9 stone 10 on his back. Stepping up to 3 miles is going to suit. He'll love the ground, and that's going to be huge this weekend. So I'm hoping, while there are obviously plenty of dangers in the race, Oscar as well is an interesting runner. First time out for Tony Martin this week. Noel Meade has Festive Felon in the race. Marlbrook is an interesting runner for Colin Murphy, and Tundra and Roses, and of course Willie Mullins has Clonard Lad, who Ruby Walsh is going to go very close to his minimum weight on. But hopefully, all being well, Inishman will come good again over hurdles.
Hopefully. So on to selection 5 then, and again a handicap, and this is the claim your 1 month free trial at racinguk.com Grand National Trial Steeplechase, a mouthful. And I am going for the Pat Fahey trained, the lobster catcher. He is enjoying such a fine spell over fences. Joined Fahey's there last year from Tim Vaughan's, and I think he has a great chance. He's the winner of his last 2. Ground will really suit. Trip will be no problem at all. His 2 wins were over 3-1 and 3-5, so it'll be no problem to him with the ground also. Now he's down the bottom of the handicap. He's got 9-10 on him, so that's going to really help, I'd say, in the conditions. That it's going to get a lot softer, I'd say. And with Davy Casey on him, he won on him the last time, and I think he's in with a big chance. So it's the lobster catcher for me anyway.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now we're not going to tip a horse, but in this race, but the big race of the weekend is the Tide Cottage. 4 go to post. Our love affair with Willie Mullins would point me in the direction of Arvika Legionnaire. An interesting race though. They're all tightly matched on ratings. It'd be very interesting to see how they bet on the race.
Yeah, absolutely. Only 4 in it. Yeah.
So there'll be no Irish runners cross channel this weekend, with Sandown has abandoned their hurdles tomorrow. So that means Un de Sio misses out, but with Newbury's loss could very much be Goran Park's gain in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully that Willie will reroute him to Goran Park, where he could meet Dunguib in the Red Mills trial, and what a race that would be.
Great, God, it would, some spectacle. So that wraps up really our selections for now, but just to talk about next week, we have Naas on Saturday, and then of course it's Hennessy Gold Cup Day at Leopardstown on Sunday.
Huge day again, back to Leopardstown.
Yeah. So if you'd like any more information about what we've chatted about today, you can see our website at goracing.ie, and you can also find us on Facebook or Twitter. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Go Racing. Go online. GoRacing.ie. Horse Racing Ireland's official website.